Hey, what's going on, everybody? Who 186 back again with another video. Oh man, I'm kind of tired. Just coming back from work, so I'm kind of tired. But we are going to be discussing WrestleMania 33, I think. Yeah, I think it is WrestleMania 33. Hopefully, I didn't get that wrong. And plus, I have a special unbagging I have to do after this. Yeah, we might as well talk about it. WrestleMania 33 taking place in Orlando. I had an opportunity to go, but I decided against it because, one, my job is kind of hard to like just take off for like a week. I know WrestleMania is one of a lifetime opportunity. Something I probably should have gone to several years ago when it was down here in Miami, but I didn't have the money at the time. I don't make the money I make now, so I really couldn't go. And I had the money to go this time around, but it just, it wasn't, excuse me, it wasn't something that I ultimately felt like doing. Plus, this card looks like absolute dog shit, at least in my opinion. I'll discuss why. There's 4 main reasons why, regarding 4 different matches, and I will discuss them right now. The first match that I don't understand is Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. Now, AJ Styles is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He's on my Mount Rushmore of favorite wrestlers of all time. And I've been following the dude since NWA Wildside, so I'm a big fan. And to see a guy who since the moment he got there has had nothing but great matches, has delivered some great promos, great moments, and stuff like that. It is disappointing in a way to see him get regulated to a match against Shane McMahon. Now, I don't have nothing against Shane. He's probably the McMahon that I hate the least. But at the same time, dude's not a wrestler. Granted, I know he's had some great matches, but that was like 20 years ago. I'm just over it, man. His match against the Undertaker was garbage. Obviously he did the whole, off the cage thing. He did that, but you're not gonna do that this year, obviously. And to me, it's just a waste of a great talent who had a great year. And I don't know if he probably would have been in the championship program, but to me, I just think that AJ deserves a little bit better than that. Even though I get that, a match with Shane is high profile because he's a man and all that stuff, but to me, I prefer something a little bit more, I think he deserved better than that, at least in my opinion. Alright, second match on the card that annoys the shit out of me is the Fatal 4-Way women's match for the title. Now, I'm glad they made it a 4-way, because I don't want them to kind of just do the same shit they did last year with a triple threat, but instead of having Becky, they have Bayley. I think having the 4, even though Nia Jackson's not very good, she's a monster, and I think it's elimination. I think it's elimination. I'm not 100% sure about that, but adding a 4th woman adds a different dynamic to the match, and hopefully the match is good. My problem with the match is the storytelling within the match. You know what I mean? Like, you have all these different things that went on leading up to it regarding Bayley, who portrayed as the underdog, she wins the title from Charlotte. I think they did it at a Raw. I watched the whole match. It was a great match. Don't get it twisted. But she wins the match on that show. Like, you as an underdog, I feel like that win should have been at WrestleMania. That should have been, this match should have been the match where you build up to that, to her, her having her, accomplishing her dreams of winning the title at WrestleMania. I feel like that should have been the combination of that, but then they decided to blow it off on a random Raw, and then Charlotte had the stupid pay-per-view undefeated streak, which is stupid in itself, but they just completely wiped that away with Bayley beating her at Fastlane in a nothing pay-per-view. And even though it was stupid, they didn't even put any type of they didn't really give it much of a payoff. Like, it was just stupid. To me, what I would have done, maybe would have done Bayley retain the title, or or even losing the title at WrestleMania, regardless, because the next pay-per-view I think is Backlash is in Bayley's hometown. So you have, you know, if Charlotte were to regain the title, you had the match there, then you can have Bayley win in front of the home crowd, so you can, you know, defeat this stupid streak and she wins the title or whatever. They could have done something like that, but instead they just blew everything off, and they kind of just forgot about the story, the potential greatness of the storyline. They just turned it into a 4-way. The only thing I think they've done well is the potential backstabbing of Sasha Banks to Bayley. I think that's really the only thing they've done correctly. So, you have that third match the third match that I'm annoyed with is Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Now, I'm not a big Roman Reigns hater. You know what I mean? I understand why a dude is getting pushed. I understand why a dude's a star. He has the look. I think he's a decent wrestler. I don't think he's. Oh, sorry. I don't think he's a decent wrestler. I think he's a decent wrestler. I don't think he's anything special. And I think that with the right opponent, I think he can have great matches. But I just don't know at Undertaker's state. I don't think that he can get a good match out of him. Like the last time we saw Undertaker was in the Royal Rumble. That dude looked decrepit in the ring. I know he's had a couple of appearances since, but again, that dude looks old. He looks his age, and to me, I'm just over the whole Undertaker thing. Like, obviously, dude's a legend. I appreciate everything he's done for the business. But at the same time, man, the dude. I mean, when you can't move, it's time to go, man. Like, it's embarrassing, and I don't think Roman Reigns can get a good match out of him. And to be frank, I don't think the storyline in this one is really that good either. Like, he threw him out of the Royal Rumble. Talk about, oh, this is my yard now and all the other stuff. To me, this feels kind of lazy. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem epic. You know what I mean? Like, at least, even I thought the Shane Undertaker build was fucking lame also. So, they're pretty much Undertaker just being on there just to be on there. And to me, I think that's BS, in my opinion. Man. And the last match, this is the one that has me the most upset, and this is the one that is probably going to garner the most controversy, is the Universal title match, or as I like to call it, it's the Universal title match between Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. I'm a fan. At different points, I was a huge fan of Goldberg when I was younger, and I was a huge fan of Brock Lesnar when he came into WWE. I think it was in 2003 or 2004. It was one of those years, 2004, I think. Yeah. So I was a fan of both, but this match, fuck, man. Like, these two dudes, and Goldberg, I don't know if he can wrestle a decent match. Obviously, dude's only been in the ring for what, for like, I'll probably say like 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it just, and to me, I just think that at his age, him just running through people like he did when he was younger, it's just not believable. It's just not believable at all. And obviously, I don't think they're going to be Brock Lesnar again. So I think that Brock Lesnar is gonna win the match, and then what are you gonna have? You're gonna have another year title reign with the dude not being on the show. And to me, my biggest problem with this match is that they're so reliant on old talent, because they don't push their future. Like, they just don't. Like, again, I don't think you can main event the show with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. I get that, but part of the reason why you can't do that is because you treat your main event talent like fucking jobbers compared to these fucking legends. That's just a fact. Now, again, it's not, you have guys who probably can get over, but you won't allow them because of the stupid booking that goes on in that company, and just currying a favor towards the old talent. Like, to me, how is the guys like Kevin Owens, right? And and I get it, the dude's fat, I get it, but the thing is that the dude can wrestle and the dude can talk, and they would not have signed him if he didn't have those qualities. But you look at a guy like Kevin Owens, right? how is anyone supposed to take that dude seriously when he loses to Goldberg and Brock Lesnar in a matter of minutes? You know what I mean? This dude was your world champion for the majority of that time frame, or for pretty much the majority of the year. He was your champion. And to see him just job out to Goldberg in like a minute and a half, and to see him job out and take nothing but suplexes and, you know, like from Brock Lesnar for like 3-4 minutes. Like, how are these guys supposed to get over? You know what I mean? Like, and you know, you look at a guy like Roman Reigns, he's over because he's not treated like that, and he's the only wrestler. And to be frank, even though I don't hate Roman Reigns, he's not as good as Kevin Owens. He's not as good as Sami Zayn. He's not as good as Samoa Joe. He's not as good as any of these dudes that he's there with. Now, I understand you don't need to be the best in order to be the top talent. I get that. But maybe people would take all you guys, all your wrestlers seriously if you booked them correctly or booked them the right way. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, WWE, that their goal is to sell the most, WWE subscriptions for the network. I get it, I understand, but to me, I just think it's such a garbage ass way to do business for your wrestlers. You know what I mean? That's part of the reason why these guys don't get over it, because the company's poor booking decisions and their lack of faith in the talent. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna watch the show live. I'll try to see from if there's anything that's good, I'll try to watch that. Yeah, pretty much what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop by the gas station, cause I expected the video to be a lot longer than it was. But yeah, what I'm doing, I'm gonna stop by the gas station now. I'm going to unbox and unbag my what I got, plus I'm going to talk about something else real quick. It won't be too long, so let me get to the gas station real quick. I have enough gas, so I'm not putting gas in. Alright, obviously I'm not going to park at the handicap spot, even though I should. Alright, park here. Alright, I'm going to unbag this and then talk about what I'm gonna do, and then I'll be out. Park. Right. Let me get it right here. Alright. Go to the passenger side. I got this from Red Bubble. Let me see. Yeah, Red Bubble. Let's unbag this. Alright. Out. Voila. Let me put this out there. Voila. For those of you who don't know what this is a Super Fire Pro Wrestling Premium shirt. This is the first Fire Pro Wrestling game I ever played via emulation. I did get the right size, right? Yeah, extra large. Yeah, I played this game via emulation on the Super Nintendo / Super Famicom. This was ahead of its time when it comes to wrestling games at its time, and I've been a huge fan ever since. They have a new Fire Pro Wrestling game coming out relatively soon. Fire Pro Wrestling World. I don't know when it's coming out, but it is coming out soon for PS4 and PC. I'm very excited about it, and definitely going to play it and stream it and stuff like that. So I can't wait for it. So I was just looking for some screenshots for a video that I was gonna make, but I saw this shirt on for sale, and it's like, shit. I should buy this. So if you're interested, go to Redbubble. I think it's $30, but it's well worth it. It was actually designed by a dude who was very popular in the Fire Pro Wrestling forums, which I was a part of for a long time. It was actually my first foray into, pretty much my first foray into social media. Dude's name is Sunny Bone. I think you, if you're familiar, you guys know who he is. He designed this shirt. At least I believe he designed the shirt. So, big shout out to him. Anyways, this is it. Uber 186. I am out. Peace. Have a good day.